Get big groups here. JVB, we've got 72 riders that are registered in that category. JVC boys are 87. So we've got what I would call a grundle of children that will be taking course here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I want to paint a picture for you guys. I mean, you're in the start line. This road, you maybe get 5 wide, 6 wide on here.
Probably.
We're watching on the live feed right now as this group starts. If you are sitting in the middle or back of this field, that's 70 riders you have to pass before you get to some single track. So really just giving it all really early is very important in this race.
Weasel's over here filming the goings on, and what we found is that this hill really does separate the pack in a hurry. So you can see there's a bunch of in the pack behind there, but that front end really is thinning out to the point where there's maybe only 10 or 12 riders that can make contact with the front. So again, it's such a steep hill, and it separates things so quickly that really you have to attack. You can't let off the gas here.
Well, this is such an interesting start because it's uphill. You want to go hard, you want to go for the whole shot, but also it can put you into a deep hole that you'll definitely want to get out of. Oh.
Yeah, oxygen debt is a real deal, right? Like if you go too deep in the hole, it's going to take you 20 minutes sometimes to recover from that. There's nowhere to do that, so you have to be smart at this start. Right now, it looks like we've got 2, maybe 3 that have broken away, maybe a 4th one in there. Again, this could come back in a hurry, but
yeah, this aerial footage, it looks like they're, not where they are. It's a steep climb right here. They're about to make a right-hander onto some single track, and it levels out just a little bit for them before it pitches up one more time.
It's kind of a false sense of security because it kind of levels out. You get a little bit of a flow to it, and then all of a sudden that trail turns right on up to another really steep, rockier, loosier, as if that's a word, fire road that takes them up to the next set of single track.
So you can see how steep that is.
So we had 2 big laps for these JVB and JVC boys. Just over 10 miles of racing. They'll have just about 1,400 feet of climbing. Again, really pronounced climbs on this. The descents are super rocky, really technical. This is true mountain biking. Like, this is why people mountain bike. Ton of fun, but you got to keep mentally focused on this ride just to stay upright, not to mention trying to race, right?
Yeah, I hope everyone put on their big boy bibs today because it is a heck of a course.
I'm not certain, but I do believe I just saw what I believe to be the leader of JVB starting on that descent. All in. We got leaders coming down that hill. We'll tell you who they are as they make that descent. But again, if you're a wily veteran of Snowbasin, being up on this ski slope gives you the opportunity to see those riders 2 to 3 times and still make it down to the bottom where they are at the start-finish area to say hi. Looks like we had just a little bit of a touchdown by one of those riders. Oh, again, it is getting dusty out there. Absolutely, this course is losing its composure as we got more and more and more riders hitting it at full speed. Coming through, we've got our leader, one of our Viewmont riders and a Morgan rider. Looks like Wesley Ignew. That's one of our Viewmont riders. He's in the lead, getting chased right on by Brandon Allgaier from Morgan. So tight race there at the front.
Third place is right on their heels here. This is Skyline's Evan Keller. So right on their, so the three of them really close together there.
Absolutely. Big gap back onto fourth place, but we'll see what comes together on the second lap.
Yes.
I'm seeing riders make that descent, starting to make their way down this ski slope over here, right above the finish line. They are hauling down this single track. Again, just a few more switchbacks. They'll make their way into the trees where they'll have one more switchback, jump on that fire road, and then they'll be all the way to the finish, full gas.
And they're finishing up lap 2. So as you can imagine, this little kick here at the finish line is going to be grueling.
Just soul-sucking.
We're going to see some hunching over bikes, some really knocking back and forth bikes.
A lot of gasping open mouths.
A lot of grit. We're going to see some grit out there.
I see a colored jersey other than white up front here. We may have a changing of the guard on who wears that leader's jersey next race down in Moab. So stick around. We'll see how this goes. There's some calculations.
My eyes may deceive me, but it looks like a Morgan rider.
I can imagine that.
Morgan is loving this home court advantage.
On a tear today. Man, just sometimes knowing the lines to ride and having the confidence to let go those brakes where you can is all you need to have a really great day on the bike. It looks like this Morgan rider is having just that.
And he is hustling. Second place, who is wearing the leader's jersey, is not far behind. We're looking at maybe a 20 seconds, somewhere in that range. It's close.
Let's see what we got. Rider up, if you're anywhere near this finish line, get ready to get rowdy. Let's welcome this rider in.
More cowbell, way more cowbell.
Oh, I got a fever. Only prescription is more cowbell. All right, that lead rider is on the finishing straight. Let him hear you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
this, my friends,
sending it into the finish, and he needs to. Not far behind a second place, so he's got to stay on the
this
pedal.
Finishing straight. Out of the saddle, big boy gear. Here we go. That my friends, Brandon Allgaier from Morgan High School is your unofficial JVB winner today. Well done.
Second place right here, not far behind him. Really had to work on this one.
Obviously put under pressure by Brandon. Great finish, though. Hanging on for that second is this Viewmont rider. That's Weston Ignew. Super strong ride by those two guys. I'm going to head on up and see if I can find Brandon, see what went on.
Brandon, look around for a guy in a microphone. He's got to hear about your race today. His name's Tommy, and he doesn't bite.
Just talk really loud, that's all. Brandon, we got questions for you, my man. How did it go out there today?
It was rough, but it went pretty good.
Seems like you're a little dustier than average. What happened?
I slid out on one of the corners that wasn't like really banked. I just went in too fast to it and was drifting.
Clearly it didn't affect the outcome. Where'd you make your move out there today? How does it feel racing here on your home course today? Did that give you a little bit of an advantage? How'd it help? Right on. But what everyone wants to know, what did you have for breakfast today? Crepes. That's a first.
All right.
Mark that one down. Go. That's a win for the Crepes. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. That's Brandon Allgaier. Well done. Your JVB boys winner.